voice chat? They're not in voice chat. Are we getting a no voice chat game here? Really? For a semifinal? Really? No one's voice chatting. Wow. They're in table 5 of second division. I don't have access to that. They should. Can you get them to move to the playoff voice chat? I don't have access to that. Karm, if you're here. Thank you.
Oh, okay. You're
Finally, yeah. All right. I don't know. All right. So let me hop in here. So yeah, they've already made all their placements here. Give me a second. I just need to turn my shortcuts off, and I'll be good to go. All right. So Harry placed 4th, which means Dro picked first. So Dro took 956 first. ZZ took 1085. I think those both make sense. The issue with 1085 though is these ports are kind of disconnected. So he may get sheep coming back on 6311 or 1092. 1092 is really ideal for ZZ if it gets back to him. Yeah, probably. Because I think Peter's looking to at 4911 here, or 5411 to 84. Which would be huge. This 1092 to 52 is huge for ZZ. Then the sheep port does come into play. Then he's got Orwheat sheep, he can move, he's doubled up on the wheat. He's on the ore, this 8 probably gets hit. Yeah, I think he's in a good spot. Unless he's inclined to take 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11 is the defensive play here. And if he takes 9, 10, 11, then you just take 6, 3, 11, and then you got the play here. So yeah, I think either way, ZZ is going to have a good leave here. I don't know these players. I know ZZ. We go back to like early days of a Catan Champs. This is his first season back. He's been gone for a while. And I played Harry a few times, I think, in D2. But I don't know much about Peter or D-Row. Yes, I think you have options here. I think you have the 6-3-11 or the 9-10 too. Personally, I take the 9-10-2 to 5-2. No one's taking this 5-2 from you. Also with this 10-9-2, you lock blue out of wheat. So then it makes blue more inclined to take like 8-4 to 4-3 maybe. Or even 6-3-11. Then blue's got a road network. Maybe they go up to 9-10. So that could be a play. But yeah, if I'm ZZ, I'm taking 10-9-2 all day. 10-9-2 also gives you the play with the sheep port to 6-2 and 5-2 if he wants to get greedy here. So there's a few different options with that. I will be pulling for ZZ. But we'll see. Ooh, gotta fly. Now I'm gonna get some water. Alrighty. But yeah, what do you? Well, I guess after they finish out these setups here, whose position are we gonna like the best? I'll probably throw up a poll. See what you guys like here. Not a ton of brick on this board. So yeah, if the 10's under roll, Harry may have some leverage with the brick here. He's also doubled up on wheat spots. He's got an or wheat sheep game. I don't like this play. I don't like this play at all. I really don't. You have so much more leverage with this 10-9 too. Good block for D-Row. ZZ will do let no good wheat for D-Row. Well thinked. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I really thought that he was going to take this spot. I'm sure he's going to ask me later on, but I really disagree with the 6-3-11. I do. I mean, I get that it balances you out a little bit, but the other issue with this is it also gives you all these shared spots. If you take 10-9-2, you're triple shared on the wheat, and this wheat never gets hit. And even if you're hit on the wheat, you have the other wheat spot. So I much prefer 10-9-2 to 5-2. I think getting onto the 6-11-12 doesn't really make a world of a difference. You're getting a little bit more wood production, but your ratios are just so off with all this extra wood. Also, it's kind of stuck getting to this 3-1 port. And it's not enough brick. You like 2-9-10 build down for yeah, exactly, Nikki. This is way more flexible, especially because he's got the sheep port on top. He could even go 6-2, 5-2. It's a million times more flexible.
Either of you want to trade a brick for
And with this 10-9-2, it now puts
Who
D-Row in the dev game too, and he can move, and he could even contest a 6-11-12 because he's on better brick and better wood. Okay, so yeah, I don't like this at all.
I got it. You still want to do it at all?
You can still do it. I agreed to the trade.
Yeah.
ZZ needs it stuck on this 9 for a while. I'll throw up a poll though, as far as who do we think is going to win this one. Starter prediction. Who takes down on champs T2 semi? We got ZZ.
I don't have wood, unfortunately.
We got Peter. We got Harry.
Yeah, I got the 1, but I used it to settle.
Leave it up for 5 minutes. Yeah, the other issue with this spot too is it puts another or wheat sheep player in the mix because Harry's or wheat sheep, Blue's or wheat sheep, but Blue can now move, and ZZ's kind of built to 10, but I don't like this. I get that he got the early settle down too, but now he's even more of a target. As far as who he's looking at, maybe you try to slow down some of the brick production on this board. Or you try to slow down the devs. I think you hit the 8 or actually. I think you want to slow down the or wheat sheep as much as possible. I know that D-Row bought a dev already, but yeah, I think you want to slow the devs.
Roll, I don't like have a road down or anything. I don't think it's best to roll from me. But it's up to you.
He's probably trying to figure out what resources he needs here. He's looking for a wheat.
I just thought I'd say it anyway.
Yeah, I'll take another one now. Fuck it.
I'm pretty sure he's looking for a wheat here. I don't think anybody has it.
So slow, man, but...
Okay, so he does get his city down.
Really? That 1 hour?
I get it.
Yeah, that's cool. I know where that's going.
But even if he doesn't take the spot here, I think independent of dice rolls, I think he's still on the 5-2 already.
No.
I mean, you've got to steal from black.
I think he's on the 5-2 already. The 3 hasn't rolled yet.
I know, but he's like.
And the 11 hasn't rolled.
Well, I wanted the.
So yeah, I think he would have been on 5-2, and I think he's cooking just as much, and he gets the city down still.
Is anyone willing to trade me wood?
I don't think anyone has wood, do they?
I mean, he still is the production, but it depends on when these players are going to buy devs.
Red started with 1, but they built a road. I started with 1 and got 1 settled. So yeah, no woods on the board.
I wonder when blue moves it off if he just solos the 10 wheat, which I think makes
Okay,
sense.
well, I can't do anything.
But yeah, it's kind of awkward production. You got to be able to use everything that's in your hand while you're the early target on the board. Which 10-9-2 gives you a triple shared spot, best brick, and you could even have coordinated 5s with this too, with this setup.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's working for him, but I think he really needs this plow. He needs this plow to the 3-1 port, because 2 roads down here to like triple up on the 11 wood, like your expansion spots aren't good. No one's gonna do a trade with him either, because he's got no leverage for trade material. All he's got is this extra wood that nobody needs.
They don't have wheat.
Maybe red would need wood. But yeah, if the 11 rolls, it doesn't really do anyone any
No one can
favors.
do 1-for-1s with you, I don't think.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely not, yeah.
He's already getting shut down here.
Another flash, okay.
You think he goes to the sheep port if he doesn't get the plow? Yeah, I think so too, but it's like the sheep port isn't... The sheep port's way more valuable with, once again, with this 9-10-2. You lock blue out of sheep, so he's not a wheat sheep player. You have a play on 6-2, and you have the play on 5-2 with the sheep port. Way more flexible, coordinated 5s. He already would have had like 3 more devs. He would have had 3 more devs. Independent of dice rolls here, but... It's just now he's kind of stuck with some overproduction that he can't use his hand. I mean, I think he's still in a very good spot, but it's just not as efficient as it could have been. Dero ports all the brick for a dev. Wow, the Dero is starting to dev here. I mean, if Dero gets onto the 3-1, Dero cities, Dero is very much in the mix too. Dero's on the best brick. Peter with the city on 4-9-11 could be interesting too, because it could be easy once he gets one city down to get the next city down. He starts deving. His expansion spots aren't bad. Maybe sneak road in the middle.
I'll take part if you're giving it away, but I can't make it useful for you.
No wheat.
Yeah, tonight is a premiere of Survivor tonight as well, so I'm hoping this game doesn't go too long so I could eat.
Okay.
Yeah, ports all the sheep for wheat to dev. And then he 7s out on top of that because they're not doing deals with him. It's inefficient. I can give him a ton of crap because I'm pretty close with him, so he can take it. So I'm definitely not going to hold back on my thoughts for him because he'll ask me for sure. Alright, so Peter does steal from him.
Definitely, yeah. Sheep will just clog his hand. He'll have to 4-4 it, or is actually useful.
That block still makes sense, I think. They're right, yeah. Clogging in his hand is not the move. And now he needs an 11 and 3 so he can get this plow. If not, I think he's stuck. I don't think you could do the whole game just 4-1ing for everything. I mean, you could hope to buy knights, but at this point, green and blue are buying knights instead of getting their production up. Hey, Boop. Hey, Boop.
He's 10s.
We missed you today in GeoGuessr. Yeah, ZZ's gonna get hammered here, especially with green and blue buying devs. ZZ's not gonna be able to keep it off himself. And if I'm ZZ, we got this easy block on the 9, but you can try for some non-block for. Oh, sorry. You can try for some non-block for non-block deals. I don't think people are willing to do it.
Oh, of course.
Oh no.
Well,
did he get something? He got a brick or something, didn't he? That's rough.
Here go the slots. There go the slots.
Seems pretty fair though.
He's stuck trying to rob things, that make his hand actionable. He needs the brick. He needs this brick. I also don't know if I agree with this initial road by D-Row. I don't know why he didn't go down to the 5-2.
Get it back for a bit. But
I disagree with this initial road. I disagree with
Yeah, I'll go
Black
back
not
for a
taking
second card.
this spot.
I'll do a weak plus any card for.
He's willing to do brick for 2 cards here.
who was saying that?
Blue.
Blue's offering this. I'm gonna do it. I feel bad though, Blue.
It's the trade for the plow that he needed. Oh, he got the road builder. He got the road builder. Wow.
Oh no.
Wow.
This is so incredibly bad.
Oh man.
God,
Oh man. What a pull. I mean that card is. I mean now he can do stuff.
I swear there's been like 0-9s, 0-4s.
It's a little premature, but yeah, road is 7. They're buying devs. Blue could take army, but I think he's fine just building the 10 at this
What are you
point.
doing with the sitting?
He's building the 10. He got road settle, city, city. He just has to hold out
For city, yeah.
the devs. The good thing for him now is that the 5 ore does not get hit. Blue's not gonna hit the 5 ore, and Blue's buying devs.
Yeah.
Green will hit it. Maybe Green's more inclined to hit the wheat.
I don't know, man. That war wheat sheep. I mean,
Big 8,
Oh my
big
God.
8.
Blue's
Big
got Marty
5.
pretty well.
He's
but-
getting the rolls too.
Yeah.
But if he was on the 9-10 too, as much as he's in an amazing spot right now, he'd be even in a way better spot. He would have settled 5-2,
This is over.
and then he probably gets Sheepport or he gets 6-2 with the road builder. And I think independent of the dice rolls, he's still in a better spot with 9-10 too. Even if the 10 isn't rolled. I mean the 10's rolled 5 times.
Black anything, it's insane.
You can give like 2 wood for a brick, I'll do that.
They're still willing to trade with him.
Yeah.
They're still willing to trade with him.
And no one can do 1-4s with you.
I get it. In this game, you're not
Road
playing for
five,
points.
you
You're doing
got
what you got to
7
do to get
points
yourself
right
in
now.
it. But it's
Because you have road locked.
road. Yeah,
else
Peter,
can
Peter
touch
needs
the
city,
wood.
city, and connect through the middle.
There you go,
6, 3, 11, city. That makes sense. Free card now every 6.
And
He upped his
strong.
brick production. He now gets 3 cards every 11
Oh my
too.
God.
Red does get the city.
It's so bad.
Might be a little too late.
I think
Once he
it's
gets the
fair
city,
now.
he might get his second city down quickly. Now that the 9 and 8 are
There you go.
open. So Peter may have a small window to get another city to 5. But Blue's the one with army.
I figured.
Blue with army is not good for Red's game or Green's game. It's fine for Black. Wow.
Oh,
When it
There's
rains,
no
it pours.
way.
When it rains, it pours. He had the 7 in his. I mean, the 10 being blocked hurts him here, but he had a few 7s roll in his favor too. Dillstrom's easy. Probably got the ore there. I think it was a 50-50. Or 2 and 5, sorry.
Can anyone trade a sheep?
I don't have sheep.
I mean, if I'm Harry, I'm telling the board, like, we need to hustle. We need to buy this whole deck out. We need to do something. To at least keep it on the 6 and keep it on the 5. If I'm ZZ, I don't know if it's worth that. I think you just build to 10. I think you just try to city, 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 road. I mean, you can dev here. Try to pull a VP. 3 knights bought. Green's got a non-knight. Goes for the ore port. I think this is fine. It gives you a free card every 8, is what he was thinking. And the wood's more portable than the wheat, especially if this wheat continues to get hit with the. If D Row's not going to block the 5 ore. I think this road actually is fine.
Does anyone have ore?
So if you're the rest of the board, what are you trying to do here to get yourself back in the game? I mean, Blue's continuing to buy devs all game, but the issue is that they don't have the production up. They do probably have army locked. I don't see this game going that much longer.
Does he want to give like... I'll give an ore for a sheep +1.
Peter can Peter can settle to 5, city to 6, and then maybe he's got the road play or
I've got
build
2
to 10.
points.
So he can.
Like, giving 2
Yeah.
cards to me isn't bad for you.
Peter's the only
But
other
you
one I can
give-
see
plus I'm
sneaking in
giving the
here. I
city
think
back.
Harry's out of it. If Blue has a VP, they
Like,
still need
I think
settle to
giving me
6,
2
city,
cards
city.
for you, like when I have 2 points is fair.
Yeah, it's fair. I just don't get enough out of the or. It's not that good for me.
Okay, that's fair enough.
It's,
Then.
if it was a city, it would be fair.
Yeah, sure. Is it just a dev then? Okay.
And Harry's only about 1 dev
Okay,
so far.
if it's just a dev, I'll do an all for a cheat. No, actually, it's not even good for me. Doesn't matter. You can just add.
Yeah, he did. I mean, they were continuing to trade with him. I think the board should have been aware. Like, I know this trade, D-Row felt a little out of it, but you got to be aware that he could have pulled a road builder there. I mean, the odds are 2 in
I don't know. Sorry.
2 in like 18 there, but maybe it's like 2. Yeah, maybe it's like a 1 in 10 chance. Free card. Continuing to cook. So if he's on 5, settle to 6, sneak road to 8, if the board's willing to feed him. I'm ZZ. What are we doing here? I think you gotta just take the settle if you got it. So he built to the ore port, not the sheep port, because it gives him. It's not necessarily for the ore port. It's because now an 8, because the 10's gonna get hit pretty hard. The 8 now gives him a free card every 8. Was what he was thinking. Is that the wheat's more inclined to get blocked, so he's giving himself a free card now every 8, and any 2 rolls basically he can port all the wood. Was what he was thinking there.
I feel like he's very close to win.
I mean, there's so much wood.
I guess the
back there.
counter argument is if
Wood.
you do hit the
No
sheep, he
way.
can use the sheep port because then the wheat's blocked.
Yeah, no,
But-
so I'm just trying to figure out what the heck to do. It's just,
Yeah, this isn't a straightforward
understand
like
your
to see
spot,
why he
but,
did
like-
that versus that.
oh,
You have-
honestly, I understand your spot too.
You have a super easy 9 points right now.
He just settled with that. I think that's fine. A city doesn't. You could get the city long term, or you could just
Oh
road
my
settle.
God, that is unbelievable.
He doesn't even need this. He just needs road settle on a road.
This is oh my God.
He needs the board. The board needs to get Peter road, or if Blue could put any
That's
pressure
a
on road,
7-7
they can't
out.
let him sneak it here. Well, I don't think that the 6 only got hit because it was off the 5. Maybe I think the 5 is still more inclined to get blocked over the 6 though, because it's the scary ore on the board. Maybe over the 6. It's hard to say here what the board's kind of looking at. I think both are equally as scary.
Wow, I would have had it settle.
So now this
discard
settle here is going to pay
this
off
with full C.
with him getting a free card now on the 8.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that's a good point, Dave. Too.
Not a fun game.
Yeah.
Moves it to the
Only
wheat.
blacks are in fun, really.
My setup was
Free card every 11. These 11s have been pretty strong this game. 4
I
11s
just-
in 42 turns. I mean, the 12s rolled twice for him.
So,
He pulled the road builder. I mean, everything's going his way.
Secure it.
Everything's going his way.
You could feed it to blue. Red could.
I think you feed it to red.
There's no brick. There's no brick around, right?
Yeah,
Nah,
it's just,
if I roll a 3, I'd be super happy to give you brick, but like, I have 2 ore in hand right now. I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, the 10s have not
Also,
rolled.
No, what? He has 5 cards. I can't.
Yeah.
I take that back. The 10.
think
Sorry,
I'll-
the 10 has rolled a lot. Yeah, the 10's rolled quite a bit.
I think
So,
I'll draw.
If ZZ had taken 10-9-2, this game's over already.
Because he needs a row.
I think that should go on the
plus
6
settle.
sheet.
I think it should
The
go on the
6
6 sheep
rolling
as
is
well.
not bad. I don't know. Maybe 5's fine.
Either way, it's either the city, but they're not aware of what's in his hand. He had or. Greg gets the city down.
I don't know. Maybe he wins. We can't. No one can.
Oh, he gets the 3 brick.
That 3 right there.
Problem is,
Oh.
as many bricks as I do.
Oh, they really said, Kelly, we want this game to end
Oh,
early
yeah.
so you can get dinner before Survivor. I'm still gonna give him a ton of crap
We
for
need
not
a
taking
7
10-9 too.
The 7 by black.
We need Jesus.
D-Ro needs the board to feed him. The board needs to feed it. I get that they're out of this game, but you gotta be fighting here. You're in a semifinal game. D-Ro needs to fight here for this road. What does he got in hand? He has the sheep. D-Ro's got sheep. Even if he's got to get this ore from the board to port 4-1, he's got to do it. He's got sheepwood, wheat.
I can, yeah.
He has one road in hand, I think. Yeah, combo. Yeah, I mean,
Road?
we'll talk a little bit after, but this is ZZ's game. He pulled that road builder, and he got the trade with blue that turn to settle.
The problem is, I think black has 2 roads in hand.
At least it forces him to use 2 roads rather than road settle.
That's
That's
tough.
probably very good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, probably. I'd say.
I don't know why they're not talking about it.
At least he doesn't win with road settle now.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's still hitting blue here.
Honestly, blue, any free roll, I'll just I'll
Yeah.
give you the brick.
That's the right block. Smart play.
Okay, back down to road settle to win.
Smart play.
And you would need so many roads.
That's the smart play. You secure your road network there. It doesn't make sense to go in another direction. Blue's always going to need 2 settles, even if they pulled 2 VPs there.
Dang, you took
So
that.
this all more than makes sense. He needs to build another road. Road connect is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean road connect is road locked. Red doesn't have the space in the middle. But this, yeah, bearing anything crazy, this should be ZZ's game. I know if he had the sheep port, he would have been able to port here, but he's ported this wood, I think, like 3 times already.
1 road off. Blue would need what?
He needs like 4 roads. He needs like 4 roads.
Blue would need 4 roads.
Yep.
On his next turn.
He needs 4
Yeah.
roads.
I don't see it.
They can get Peter Road. Peter Road would be actually
1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Would be 9. But he would need 1, 2, 3. He also would need 4 roads. I think if I'm Peter, I'm making that point. Hey, give me the road.
Like,
Harry could be on
No,
7.
I
Me with the
don't
road
think
is 7
he
as
will.
well.
that would. Me? I don't have any brick. And even if I did have brick, we don't
Black
have
and
enough
X is,
wood.
yeah, I know.
Like, we don't have enough wood.
Port something. Probably connect my roads right now with 2 brick, but
You could
Yeah.
connect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Even if you did connect, you would need 1 extra road. You
Correct.
would need.
They basically need to coordinate giving him all the cards.
that seems unlikely.
Yeah.
They need to give him all of the cards.
You would need 5 roads, or blue would need 4.
You can't even
I
do
don't
it. Yeah, you
think
can't even do
anything else
insurance.
Would save us. I think it's just GG on black's next turn.
We'll see.
Yeah, there's a bunch of things I'll say after. Not a bunch of things, but I'll have some thoughts after this game.
Yeah, he needs a road.
You have mono the wheat.
Yeah.
Mono the wheat if you got it.
Yeah, even if I 7, I got it, unless.
Bro, I've got, what, 3 sheep, 4 wheat?
Blue, you probably have a victory point, right?
You would need
It
4
doesn't
roads.
matter here, ZZ.
Well, maybe even more than that, but 4 roads to at least stop it from being 1 road for him to win.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, they probably could do it. Yeah, they probably could. They have Peter's got 2 brick. D-Row's got
I have
2
4
roads
heat,
at least in
so
him.
at least you can afford for one for something. I don't know though. Maybe
They, I mean, they got to be willing to do whatever
maybe
at
it's
this
like
point. At this point, or
different
not, else the
so
game
maybe it's
ends.
best just
Like
Yeah.
whatever's in your interest for points doesn't do anything if the game's over. The game's over.
GG.
Yeah, it's game.
Well played.
All right.
I'm gonna. Sorry if I'm a jerk here, but I'm gonna try for a VP just to see if I can
Like
get
for
one.
the 11 points?
Just take your
Why not,
points
right?
here. Come on, Turner. Come on,
Dang,
Turner.
I didn't. Good game, guys.
All right, good game, guys. Good game, y'all. Good game, y'all.
Yeah, GG's, man.
Thanks, Brian.
81 resources. Nice job.
Yeah.
You crushed us.
1-4 rolled the whole game. 1-4.
Turner, why didn't you take 9-10 too? Jeez.
I-
You would have won this game earlier.
No,
And you would have locked blue out of wheat. The issue is that it became your wheat becomes triple shared if you take the 9 also. You double up on your wheat spots. You get
No,
coordinated
I know.
5s.
honestly, my concern with that was one, I wouldn't have wood, and I'd have the 8 wood. That was it. But I'd have really poor sheep, and I like.
You'd be on the
really
5
poor
too.
sheep, but I felt like my win condition with or wheat sheep wouldn't have been there because red was set up pretty good, as well as green for that. But then also I wouldn't have been able to get road. So I don't know how I would have been able to really get to 10 without you know what I mean?
You really shouldn't have road play anyway, I think, though. Because you're not, I mean, if the 10's on the roll and you're on the 3 brick is what you were saying, you really thought you had the leverage with the brick.
Well, I thought if I could get the brick and bounce out to the 6, 11, 12 and just settle early, that sheep, I'd have a play for at least maybe Army, but if not Army, at least maybe scoop up Endeavor too. Plus, it was close to another 3 for 1. I don't know.
I still thought you got to that point because came the mate would then independent of you being the target with the city, obviously, it still is you had that stuck production where you were either overproducing or you had to 4-1 everything. Because if you don't get this 9-12, you're still pretty stuck. It's still 2 more roads to the 3-1, and it's still tough for you to use what's in your hand when you're the target.
Honestly, I was planning on maybe getting a couple lucky 3s or 11s and going up the middle without any settles on the way. Was the idea.
I think you're still kind of stuck though, being able to use what's in your hand despite being the target.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. I really thought about that 9-10 too. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I talked about it 7-8 times, looking back at the game too, and I'm sure Chad I think was on the same page too. But because if you're independent of the dice rolls, I mean, the 10 happened to pop, so actually you would have been in even a better spot. You would have had that settle early on the 5-2. You still would have had the city down, and you probably would have had more devs, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe, but then I'm just relying on 5s at that point.
The smart play you made though in that end game was that you chose some people asked why you went to the ore port over the sheep port, but this actually was the right play to the ore port. It was more so because your 10 wheat was getting hammered at that point, so you on the 8 actually made it more efficient for you to be able to port the wood if the 8s roll over on or the 9 and 11 rolled off. So that was actually
your
the right play.
setup though, Kelly. Doesn't he have worse connection? With his current build, he has a very good road connection. Whereas with what you're saying, he has worse road connection.
I don't think he should. I think he's fine in the build to 10 game, to be honest. I think he is, because if he's on 9-10-2 to 5-2 with 10-8-5, he still has the play to 5-2 to settle first, and then he's uncontested to 6-2. So you could even go sheep port with 5-2 6-2, tripled up on the sheep, has coordinated 5s, is on the best brick. Even if the 5 ore gets hit, blue's not going to be put. Blue also would be. Well, it'd be interesting to see how blue would have done without. Blue would have been kind of dead, I think, without the 9-10-2. To be fair, so you're taking blue out of the game. So this 5 ore probably is more likely to get hammered without him being able to defend it as easily.
Yeah, the other one is taking this 6-3-11 instead of the other 6-3-11. I didn't want blue to be able to settle to the left right away, so I felt like placing it at 6-3-11 kind of isolated blue. To where
Well,
they
I
really
mean,
couldn't
yeah, because
do
if
a
you take
lot.
that 6-3-11, he's taking 10-3-11 to 10-9-2 when he wins that fight, and he's even
Exactly.
stronger. But I think if you take 10-9-2, you completely cut him out of wheat. So it's not really an Orweed sheep player. He's pretty stuck, and then you're competing against just basically the other two players, I think. So you're taking someone kind of out of the game.
Yeah, I think it could go either way. I don't know. I felt like the 6-3-11 gave me more room to be able to move around, if that makes sense.
That's it. I mean, 6-11-12 isn't a crazy settle spot versus the 10-9-2 having the 6-2 and 5-2 with the sheep port, but it does give you the road network if that was a thought. But it's tough when it's the 3 against the 10.
It could have just been slow to get there, right? So, like, by the time that I would be able to compete with that sheep port, I don't know. I mean, red would be up there pretty quickly. Because, like, I mean, once I saw red settles on that with that wheat port, I don't know. That was it.
I mean, their game scales. Once they get the first city down, they get the second city down, and they're still able to play that. But I don't. And Green had a decent Orweed sheep setup as well. It's just they couldn't get to the wheat port and they couldn't get to the brick port and get their city up quick enough, and they didn't buy many devs.
Yeah, I also kind of wanted to stay away from red a little bit because if I didn't get a good lead at the beginning, red would have been blocked most of the game. Which on that 9-10-2, I mean, everyone was kind of going after me. But if I would have placed on that 9-10-2, I would assume that the 9-10, like that 9 wheat, 10 brick, or 8.
9 wheat was. I mean, black was the only one that you were. I mean, if you're on the 10-9-2, blue's the only one that's able to block it. And blue's playing with that wheat, so blue's not going to be able to dev if you're on 10-9.
Yeah, but green would block that brick or the ore too.
I think that's fine. Because by that time you're on 5-2 and you have a 3-1 port. So yeah, I mean, as far as the shared spots, yes, you got some solo blocks, but
yeah, I don't hate what you're saying.
Yeah, I know. I could talk till the cows come home, but yeah, I mean, other than that, independent of dice rolls, though, I think all of you had playable setups for sure. On this board, but yeah, I mean, you pulling the road builder was super clutch. You rolled the 7 a few times, I think, to at least get it on the 9 wheat. And I think they had a non-knight as well, so it stayed on the 9 for a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's true.
All right. Anyone have any?
I honestly, I thought I'd be able to play more devs, but I barely had a chance to play devs.
No, I mean, you did get to the point where you had the first city down, but then you were stuck because you just sort of the solo block on the 10 and the 5 and even the 6. So basically, you had a 4-1 everything in your hand until you were able to thankfully pull that road builder. If you don't pull this road builder, I think red makes the road play, blue still holds army, and you're still kind of just stuck building. I mean, you're building the 10 probably at that point.
Yeah, that was a lucky pull. I'm not gonna lie. That was very, very lucky.
It was a lucky pull, but you were already way further ahead.
On top of that,
regardless,
yeah.
regardless of the road builder.
But like what Brian's saying, like I could have been slowed down really quickly, right? Like if I didn't bounce, if I wasn't able to bounce out like that, you guys just blocked me. Then like I mean, red and blue kind of dev. Like I don't know.
I mean, it still took them a while to city. It took them a while to city, though. Blue was focused on getting all the devs, which made sense because no one else was really buying devs. And red still, yeah, it took red a little longer to city than I thought. And then green couldn't really get themselves in the Orweed sheep mix.
What dev card did you pull, red?
Red had a VP, right?
No, they pulled.
Oh, I have a knight.
A knight, yeah.
Oh, a knight.
And green has a VP.
Oh yeah, because you.
But I just
played
got
one.
this one. I couldn't have used it.
Yeah, because you played one the turn before.
Yeah, I played one just to take one card out of your end because it wasn't the 10 wheat, I guess, and I moved it to the R just to delay a little bit, but it was over at that point, I think.
Yeah. Dice were.
So actually,
I think
I had a question.
What's up?
After I CT my 9-4-11 and I had the wheat ports, was it troll to start to want to expand to the 8-4? I mean, I was debating between that and the 3-1 ports, but maybe I should have connected roads or something. I mean, in hindsight.
Even if you had a connected roads, as I said, you needed what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roads
That
to
was still
keep it
tough.
from him having it. Like, I don't think even connecting roads would have saved us.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I'm fighting like 2 orbits earlier and being like, hey, he's got a road play. Let me try to at least get all the resources because we're not playing for points here. So we need to do whatever we can to try to extend this game, even if it's everybody giving all their cards. Like, as crazy as that sounds, like, it sounds kind of stupid because it's like, well, what's the point? But it's if you want the game to extend, you basically need to give up everything to feed it. And if I was red, I would have been like, hey, well, if blue still had a down dev at that point, so you'd be like, hey, well, blue with road could be 7. Me with road, I'm also still at 7 with them. So it's still like we're tied point wise.
Yeah, you know why I didn't? It's because it would have had to be like 2 or maybe 3 orbits before now. And I felt like it was too early. Maybe I'm just a dick and I want everyone to give me their resources. I'm not really sure how close black is. I don't know. It's just inexperience, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
it's a
you
game where you're
have
not playing
to
for
be
points, so like
support
whatever
side.
you got to do, like in the spot to get all of the cards, and just be like, hey, board, like the game's gonna be over if we don't do this. Like, if we
Yeah.
want to have any chance of the game extending and whatever, even if he's in an unbelievable position, like you still got to do it. But I know it's tough.
Honestly, actually, Red, in your position, I would have probably gone for road. And the reason, like Brian's saying, is extending the game. But by going for road, you'd be able to pull quite a bit of devs, and at that point, I would have the city. But you're blocking my 10-5 quite often.
I mean, you said you rode settle. You still open a settle spot on the sheep port.
Yeah, the road settled there, then I could bounce down. I mean, I could have also settled on the backside of the 12 or 11 if I.
Yeah, I mean, the 12 rolled twice here. The 11's actually rolled quite a bit. The 11's actually rolled to be cards that you were able to port. Yeah, twice, I think.
Yeah, that 11 and 10 were very nice.
I mean, if you had the brick and wheat together too, I think you have even more leverage in the build to 10 game. It's not the road game per se, but you're still with the sheep port with being blocked. Yeah. If anything, you dev more.
Probably yeah, and I guess playing that game too, I could have bounced out to the 9-10 and also gone to the road or the wood port as well on that 9-10 too.
Yeah, I mean, you had the 9-10 open to you, you had the 6-2, you had the 5-2, and you had the sheep port still open to you with the 3-1. And you're not getting blocked on this wheat. So even if you're blocked on the 10 wheat, you still have the other wheat open to you. Even if you're getting blocked on the brick at that point, it doesn't matter because you're probably deving or citying.
I don't hate that play.
It also gives you more number the 5-2, 6-2 though, I think, because if you're not playing with this 3-1, you're stuck.
Yeah.
And if you're on the 5-2, 3-6-2 sheep port, you're still getting hit on the 5 and 10 hypothetically. You're not getting hit on the if you're hit on one of the sheep numbers, you still have the other sheep number. And you're winning that fight to 6-2 all day because green's got no wood to fight you to 6-2. And you're not, and once you're on 5-2, like no one's fighting you for either of the spots. You lock blue out. I don't know what blue's doing otherwise or what blue takes, but yeah. Alrighty. Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up here, but yeah, good game and good luck in the finals, and I'll see you guys in D1 next season.
Hell yeah, dude.
Thank you, sir. Have fun watching Survivor tonight.
Alright, later guys. Alright, let's wrap it up real quick here. GG's to my boy ZZ or Turner. So yeah, like I said, I mean the setup did end up playing well. I think you do get stuck without this 9-12. I do. 9-10-2. 10s did roll, so honestly, he would have been in a better spot. He would have been on the 5-2, I think, within the first couple orbits. Maybe so if he doesn't take that, I guess blue's then taking. Blue takes 10-3-11 to 6-3-11. And then blue's just playing the production game. And then blue's on this 3-1 port. So yeah, blue would have had a road play. Blue would have been a road play. How to get to D1? You got to make your way out of D2, boop. Make your way out of D2. See, I mean, I know that he saw the road play, and this kind of... I didn't like it because I didn't think 6-11-12 was all that good. The 12 did roll twice, so he did get some leverage there. He pulled the road builder and traded with blue the same orbit to get the settle on the same turn. Yeah, if he's on 10-9-2, he doesn't get blocked. The 5 would have given him some more devs. Probably pulls a VP in the mix, or even if he's pulling knights, he's able to control where the robber is. Then he's hitting red at that point, slowing red down. I wasn't really looking at green unless the 3s popped off. He was able to city. Once red gets the first city down, it's easy to get the second. But then he's got to be the one to fight army. Blue just bought all the devs because blue was kind of stuck. A little tilting, the blue just pulled knights there, so they couldn't get the city down. Because blue had 2 cities down. The 9s start cooking. They've got coordinated 5s now. They can port some sheep. And they've got to play. Alrighty. Yeah, Boop, you should try next season. If you could get the games in. This month was a little bit shorter, I know. I'll probably play some more D1 Champs games next month. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll play some more CK next month too, because I only played 2 CK games. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm picking up Friday. There's a Cities and Knights semifinal for Catan Champs. That will be played at. If you guys aren't following me already, I do have a Discord where I'm posting like my stream schedule and everything. So feel free to follow me there. But they're this Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UTC. It'll be Albert Einstein, Grub Dub Dub, PW False, or PW True, and Orange Hat. So that should be a good matchup, good Cities and Knights matchup. This Friday, I will be doing commentary, 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UTC. Probably, I still have 1 game left in Catan Community 2v2 tournament, so still scheduling that. Still trying to work out my round 6 PCL scheduling with Shin, Ice Queen, and Cool Duel. Hopefully we get that game in. So yeah, hopefully a few good things this week. I'm also working on recreating my boards that I played in a qualifier outside of Boston 2 weeks ago. So I'm looking to recreate my boards right now, and I might do a YouTube video, or I may review some of them on stream, either this week or probably next week. So stay tuned for all that. With that being said, it is the Survivor premiere tonight, so I'll be off to go watch that. I don't think... Oh, wait, there is one person streaming Catan right now. I highly recommend you checking him out. I've watched him a couple of times. He's a good guy. This week, he's put some videos on YouTube, too. So feel free to hop on the raid and go say hey, at least. If not, then I will see you guys probably on Friday, maybe tomorrow. All right, later, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Ciao. I'm out. He's probably playing some ranked Catan too, so he's a decent player. Go show him some love. Later, y'all.